Zerengi. I'm the Campaigns and Human Rights Education Coordinator for Amnesty International in Zimbabwe. Over the years, we have worked around women's rights as Amnesty International Zimbabwe, where our focus has been to stop violence against women. Amnesty International Zimbabwe is part of the global movement of activists and supporters campaigning for a world that is free from human rights violations and abuses. We are encouraging our government, the government of Zimbabwe, that gender-based violence has become a cancer that has caused suffering and even death among women. And whilst we have the Domestic Violence Act in place as a country, which is a plus for us, I think the fight against gender-based violence needs a more comprehensive approach than just a one-sided approach. As Amnesty International in Zimbabwe, we have adopted a community-based approach to the fight against gender-based violence, where we have engaged both men and women in communities to try and find out the deeper underlying problems that cause gender-based violence. And one of the issues that came out of those engagements with communities, with men and women, young people, is that culture, our cultural beliefs, our cultural practices are worsening the situation of gender-based violence, because women are expected to behave in a certain way, women are expected to do certain jobs, and in the process they face violence. As Amnesty International, we have carried out quite a number of initiatives in our efforts to contribute towards the fight against gender-based violence. Maybe, like I said earlier on, that the fight against gender-based violence really requires a comprehensive approach if ever we are to make any inroads. So as Amnesty International, we have focused on facilitating the empowerment of communities so that they change their attitudes, they change their beliefs, so that they also change their practices, those that worsen the situation of gender-based violence. As to gender-based violence, I think our government really needs to look into the issue around there is need for stronger measures to be taken against those who violate or the perpetrators of gender-based violence. I think the sentences are not punitive enough. There's also need for our government to strengthen the capacity of administrative structures like the victim-friendly unit, so that they can effectively do their work, because right now as we speak, our experience with working with the victim-friendly unit is that there are no human, or there are limited financial and human resources to take care of that institution. And we are also calling on our government to go on a massive human rights education drive to educate people about the gender-based violence, to empower them to take actions against gender-based violence. There's a strong link between how the economy performs and gender-based violence, because the number of cases that we have dealt with over the years, you find that if the economy is unstable, there's a lot of fighting that takes place in the home, and if the women are not economically empowered, an unstable economy drives gender-based violence. So I think it is important that women are empowered, so that are economically empowered to be able to take care of some of their needs, so that at least economic empowerment for women becomes a way or a strategy to reduce gender-based violence. And I would want to say that this unstable economic situation that we have in our country is causing a lot of gender-based violence. I find that in conflict situations, or in situations that are unstable, politically unstable, like the experience we have had as a country, gender-based violence has been quite prevalent in the form of rape as a weapon of war. cultural values, our cultural practices, our cultural beliefs is one of the major causes of gender-based violence. Lack of information in communities on where they can seek legal recourse in the event that they experience gender-based violence. Lack of understanding of the legal provisions that are available. And economic stability economic instability is one of the drivers of gender-based violence. And where we are missing it as a nation, maybe in addition, I think one of the major causes is that we have accepted gender-based violence as a normal practice. Where people would say, okay, we don't interfere in domestic issues. We have even the police, some members of the police saying that these are domestic issues that need to be resolved. So you find that even if a woman faces gender-based violence, she's made to believe that it is okay to face the violence that she'll be experiencing. So I think there is, as a country, we need, like I highlighted earlier on, a more comprehensive approach towards the cancer that we face as a country. Maybe a legal approach at the same time, empowering or facilitating the empowerment of communities, in terms of knowledge and understanding of the causes, and an understanding of the impact of gender-based violence. And also involving men as part of the solution to the problem of gender-based violence.
Need help with a quick work lunch, date night, or a group meal with the crew? Delicious food from your favorite restaurants is now available right at your fingertips. Introducing the new Dial a Delivery mobile app. Your food will be delivered from our kitchen to your table in just a few easy steps. Step 1. Set your location. Dial a Delivery uses delivery zones. The delivery charge is $3 and just $5. Step 2. Select your food. Click on each restaurant's tab to see the full menu and add your favorite food items to the cart. Step 3. Checkout. Click the View Cart button to see the items in your cart. You can choose the option to either pay online or pay on delivery. Once everything is all set, click Place Order and your food will be right on its way. Download the Dial a Delivery app from the iPhone App Store or Google Play Store for free now. Dial a Delivery. You ring, we bring.